Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're going to have two videos this week. I'll explain the reason why in the next video. So if you see two videos pop up, don't be too surprised. But real quick, let's go ahead and get into this. I got to do this kind of fast because I'm going to be, I don't have a whole lot of time this week. I'll explain that again in the next video. Anyways, October Gundam news. Let's see what we got. So high grade Gundam Grimuri, October 16th is when it came out. It's 1,980 yen. It looks pretty cool, but it's Iron-Blooded Orphan suit, so those are kind of iffy. This one looks cool because of its colors and its overall more weird-looking like design, which is fine. But for the most part, I'm not a huge fan of Iron-Blooded Orphan's suits. SD World Heroes Gundam X, October 16th, 660 yen. It's going to be another version of the Gundam X in SD. It actually looks really cool. I think it's supposed to be a different character, but it looks really cool. SD World Heroes Buster Gundam DX set, October 16th. This one is 2,200 yen. It's actually because there's I think there's two different versions that you can make in the box. So there's actually more plastic in there, so obviously it's more expensive than a regular SD. A regular SD is about $6, $5, while here this one's about $22, which is around the same type of price you would usually pay for a high grade. So just keep that in mind. There's also going to be the SD World Hero Buster Gundam DX set on October 31st. That has obviously come out since then. That's 660 yen, and this is going to be the same suit or same character, but without the extra weapons and stuff and the extra, cool looking additives that they added. This is just going to be the standard version of that character. Again, not an issue. This is a more typical price for an SD. SD World Heroes Gundam Epyon Dark Mask version, October 31st, 770 yen. This one looks really cool. I mean, the Epyon has always looked really cool, even though it's not one of my favorite suits. It's definitely it's probably one of my favorites from Gundam Wing. But here, obviously, it's a character, and he looks really cool. I don't know what the Dark Mask is because I still haven't had a chance to watch SD World Heroes. I will start doing it. I'm going to try and do reaction videos to all the episodes, but depending on how YouTube reacts, I may have to edit it a lot more than I would like. But hey, sometimes you got to do that when you react to things. But it does look really cool, and hopefully it's going to be a good one. Although $7 is a bit steep for just a basic SD. It's a bit much for a basic SD. I'm surprised it's that much, because $6 is usually the most common, and $5 is pretty common too. But any more than that, unless it's some kind of other version that has a lot of content, like the one that we just talked about earlier, the Buster Gundam. It's kind of weird that it's so much because it doesn't look like it has any more plastic than any of the others. But I could be wrong. I haven't built this kit, so I wouldn't know. Now we are getting into the limited edition kits. And that means that was all I could find on Gundam Info for regular, normal kits. So if you have any more information about regular kits that came out in October, let me know. Tell me your news sources, and I will start looking at other sources as well. It's just Gundam Info usually has the most I can find that's the most relevant to whenever I'm doing a video. So that's why I use them, because a lot of other places will tell you stuff months and months and months in advance. And then they won't tell you when it actually comes out. They'll forget to do that or something. At least with Gundam Info, they'll tell you both way before, sometime in the middle, and then they'll usually tell you again once it comes out. But here, we have a few of the more limited edition items, which of course means, like it always does, that when I tell you the prices of these items, don't expect to pay this price, because one, you're going to have to import it, and two, it's going to be even more rare to find because they're limited edition items. So if you want to get them, I suggest you get them now while they still have them in stock at the different Gundam bases in Japan. So the first one is going to be the high grade RX-78 Dupai PR Ambassador of Japan. This is something that in 2020 they gave the Dubai Ambassador when he visited Japan. They gave him the, or her, whoever they were, I don't really know, but they were from Dubai, they were the ambassador, and they decided to give them a present of a Gundam kit. Pretty cool. Very Japanese thing to give because, you know, it's Gundam. But depending on the country, Gundam's actually pretty big in other countries as well. And I think they're trying to push it out there in the Middle Eastern areas. There are some areas where it's pretty big. I think Dubai, it might have some sort of foothold. But this is just their attempt to try and, you know, play nice, I guess. Although it does look really cool, honestly, I'm not going to lie. Um, I personally wouldn't rush out to get this one because it's just the RX-78, and there's like, if you see my overused suits video, yeah, this suit gets used all the time for Gundam kits. So, I'm not too upset about, or too eager to rush out, I mean, to go out and get this one. It's going to be just the typical RX-78 high grade that we've been used to building for quite a few years now. But it came out October 1st, and it will actually be available in the um, Gundam base uh, stores until March 31st of 2020. So you have quite a few months to get it, and it will be in stock for quite a few months. But if you want to get one, I suggest you get it now. For 2,420 yen. So not super expensive, but it is just a high grade. And even though it's a limited edition high grade, they're still not usually that high. But you got to keep in mind that this is the base price of it in Japan, including taxes. For you as an American, especially if you're watching this, more than likely it's going to be a little bit more expensive by quite a bit. So, you know, if you want to get it, I suggest you jump on it. Now we have the real grade Xeon clear color version. This is also a Gundam base exclusive. This one, obviously being a real grade, will be more expensive. It's 6,050 yen, so it's around 60 or so dollars. That's pretty pricey for a real grade, but with bigger real grades and real grades that just have a lot of like weaponry and stuff, it's usually at a pretty normal starting price for it. Like the real grade full armor unicorn was around 60 something dollars when it first came out, but I think since then it's kind of dropped in price. But you'd have to make sure you'd have to look it up anyways to make sure. And then you have the high grade Vargel clear color, October 16th. For both of them is when they came out, and 2,750 yen for the high grade. I don't really know anything about this particular suit. I don't recognize this suit from any show. Maybe I overlooked it, or maybe it's just one of those suits that they tried to like amp up like it's so great, and it just gets annihilated super early by the hero suit. That happens quite often, and sometimes I forget what suit is what. That's just typical. That's going to happen when there's so many suits. But that's pretty much it from that. And that's it for the Gunpla news. So unfortunately, like I said, there really wasn't that much that had come out in October. And then we have anime news. Now again, anime news is pretty light. Technically, this was actually from September, but apparently I missed it when I did my September video, or I put it in there, and I don't remember if I did or not because I haven't gone back to watch the video. But the Gundam Breaker Battle Log has started streaming October 19th. So this was a September news, but I went ahead and added it to October news because it happened in October. So it started streaming on October 19th. So if you're interested in seeing the Gundam Breaker Battle Log series of episodes, you should go ahead and check it out. I'm sure it's going to be interesting. I need to check it out myself, but I just want to go ahead and throw that in there and let you know that it has started. And they also announced in September that sometime this winter there will be the SD side story, an SD World side story this winter based on a character that is a medieval knight Gundam. He's the Knight Strike Gundam. He reminds me a lot of the Knight Wing Gundam from SD. Uh, what's it called? Damn it. Superior Gundam Defense Force, whatever it was called. Um, that show from 2003 that was for little kids. Uh, it looks kind of like that, and hopefully it might actually be really good. I want to check it out. And that's it. For video game news, there is none, unfortunately. So that's your October news. Hopefully, there's something in there that you're interested in, that you like, and that you're looking for, and hopefully those prices will be something that you are willing to pay for. So if you're looking for limited edition items, go ahead and go for it right now. But if you're not and you want to get the standard stuff, you should also go ahead and get it right now, because standard items for Gundam kits have been really flying off shelves for all kinds of Gundam related stores, because people are stuck at home still, with a lot of people who still aren't going back to work. A lot of people are still, like, locking themselves down or whatever. So people are doing their hobbies, and a lot of people's hobbies have become Gundam model kit building. So model kits have been selling like crazy right now. So if you really want to get them, even if they are standard kits, I suggest you go ahead and get them now. But this has been Yokai, your host. Please like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. All that really helps my channel. If you have a friend who's interested in this stuff but doesn't really know a whole lot about Gundam, please share the videos with him, share my channel with him, or her, whoever they are, and see if they'll subscribe themselves. And of course, if you have anything you want to say to me, or you have recommendation for another news place I should go to, or even if you have just something I should react to, please comment down below. Comments really help me out, and so does the likes and subscriptions. So please, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. I know only about 50% of you who watch my channel are not subscribed. So please go ahead and do so. It would really help me out. I want to get to 30 by the end of the year. So hopefully we can make that happen. And I am out of here. See you guys later. Almost forgot one more thing. The Gundam Info website will be linked below. And you can also check out their YouTube channel, which, if I remember to, I'll also try to link that below. Alright, have a good one.